up, guys? I'm coming to you from La Mamalona. My 2018, hold on your seatbelt, Alex. My 2018 Gen 3 F150 10R80 truck, 4-wheel drive that I just installed the Tech drop kit on it. I'm going to show you that. Then what I'm going to do today is the truck has learned over 75% ethanol last time I tested on E55 or so. So I want to see if the drop kit does anything for the 60 foot, if it does anything in general. It's still on the bone stock tune, so I'm limited to about 100 mile an hour. The quickest this truck has gone on a stock tune on an E50 mix is about 13.5, right? We're measuring with the Draggy, so give or take a tenth or so. So what I'm going to do today is Draggy test it as it sits. Stock cold air, stock tune, E70 learned on the stock flex tune, and the Tech drop kit. Then I'm going to install a slightly bigger cold air. I'll show you what that looks like. Again, it doesn't require a tune because these trucks are speed density. You could literally put a big massive bell mouth on the throttle body, and should be, in theory, should be fine. Whether it gains anything or not is yet to be seen. But let's show you the outside, see how it looks with the drop kit. Let's Draggy test baseline on E70 today. Let's install the cold air. Let's retest it with the Draggy, see if there's any improvement, get you guys some content. Hey guys, it's Alex, and today I'm with La Mamalona in a really nice setting here over in Mexico. Mexico has like funky looking palm trees and stuff. It's pretty neat. Yeah, Mexico has like a similar layout to like a Florida bike park that is very popular. So anyway, guys, today I'm going to show you La Mamalona with the drop kit. There it is. That's what it looks like with the Tech drop kit. It looks like the front is a little high, but that's the lowest we could get it on the current shim stacking situation. Come on, camera, zoom in. Let's be nice to the audience. So today we're going to do a test. Like I said, we're going to take it out there as it sits, learned E70, and then we're going to go see if it runs any quicker than 13.5. Then I'm going to install the cold air on it and see how it does, if there's any gain at all with E70. And I want to see if the 60 foot improves or anything at all with the Tech drop kit. I actually think it looks pretty darn good for what it is. I mean, the kit is probably between $500 and $700 depending on who you get it from. Okay, this install, I had someone else do it. Fuck that. He said it was about a 6-hour or so install because mostly the bolts were rusted on it, and he said it was kind of a pain in the ass to get some of the bolts out. But it is a Northeast truck, so be mindful of that. So okay, enough bullshit. You've seen the Mamalona, you've seen the drop kit. Many people have done this kit, so it's not anything special. So let's get out there, baseline it on the Draggy setup with its current configuration, then install the cold air on it, see if it improves at all. Okay, let's see what it does today. Baseline 4-wheel drive. Alex, put it in 4-wheel drive. There's the limiter. So 1362, so it's about... So it just ran 1362, which is about the same what it ran last time. Different day, different conditions, a little more fuel in the tank, but honestly it's within a tenth, so I'm gonna take it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and install the aftermarket cold air, which I made. You'll see. I'll explain the theory around this whole situation, and then we'll test it to see if there's any gain at all between the stock cold air with this trunk running 13.6 and aftermarket cold air with an almost 4-inch opening on the pipe. So let's go ahead and put that on and show you what it's all about. Well, what am I going to use for a cold air kit? No. Yes. That's right. I'm going to use a can of Bustelo Espresso coffee as my mass airflow housing. Now, there is no mass airflow meter on F150s. It's speed density. But I'm going to keep this guy in there just to seal it. Not that it needs it, but I thought it'd be funny to see if this even gains anything. So what you see right here is what Power by the Hour offers you if you have a Coyote swap car. They basically give you the couplers, pipes, and a aluminum tube that is about 2 feet long, and you can cut it to length so you can custom make your own cold air kit for your Coyote Swap vehicle. This one came with a Gen 2. This is Jake's Gen 2 MAV housing. Designed it on his 3D printer, had it made, and this has the exact same Gen 2 stock MAV curve, so that if you have a Gen 2 control pack, bam, put it on, you can start driving your car right away. He also has one for Gen 1, and he's working on one for Gen 3. But for now, let's put a can of Bustelo on this sucker and see if it gains anything over the 13.6 that it just baselined. There you have it. Looking really, really stupid, but you know what? Watch it pick up a little bit. Now, I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference, to be honest with you. I just wanted to just be a dickhead and see if this provided any additional airflow over what was on there. Obviously, you don't see a clamp on there because it is on there like up to here, so that ain't going nowhere. And I couldn't angle it any lower because this guy hits the tank. So I'd have to, like, you know, re-engineer that, and I wasn't about to do that. This will fit under the hood, it'll flex. But this is basically what Power by the Hour gives you. This, and then whatever housing generation control pack you have. But for an F-150, because it's speed density, it does not matter. So let's see if we can gain on our 13.6 with the Bustelo cold air intake. Okay, let's see if it gains anything with the cold air. Okay, it seemed to have gained a 10th with an aftermarket cold air, but you know how that goes. I'm limited to 100 miles an hour. That's the highest the limiter will allow me to go. So if it was making more power, well, it's not going to really let me go past 100. So I think it's time to throw a tune on this truck, and it will not be today because I want to give it a fair shot. What I'll probably do is baseline it on not the Bustelo can. I'll probably put a stock Gen 2 cold air on it, or the Power by the Hour make your own cold air kit, and use the Gen 2 housing as the pipe, the tube. Its speed density doesn't really matter. Baseline it on that, then put a tune on it and see how it performs with the tune. That'll be interesting if I can get it to go any quicker. But according to the Draggy, it went a little over a 10th quicker with the can of Bustelo cold air intake. So there you have it. Champ Stamp was able to gain about a 10th or so on a bunk ass Bustelo can cold air, which is just kind of a funny test because I think any bigger diameter than stock is going to perform better. Although others will tell you that smaller than stock somehow causes more velocity and performs better. Okay, so the next test is let's get a tune on it. I'm either going to get an RTD and show you that process, or if I really don't want to have to go through the growing pains and learning and all that stuff, I'll get an Engage, but more than likely an RTD to show you guys how it all works, any tips and tricks, logging, things like that. It'll give you more content. But for now, the drop kit is installed. It didn't improve on the 60. It went 13.5, which it did before. I put a Bustelo can for a cold air, and it improved the 10th over today's baseline. We'll see if weather gets better, because it is getting hot in Florida, and it is not going to perform any better than it did back in the springtime or early spring. So I'll do my best to get you guys more content. Jake is coming along nicely with the turbo kit, and I'm going to get a video up based on his progress. The turbo kit for F-150s with a remote mounted turbo, kind of neat looking, non-conventional, but again, I'm not looking to make this thing an all-out race truck to go to the pad and race people. That's not what I want to do. I just want to have an 800 or so horsepower truck that I can daily fuck around with and have a whole bunch of fun beating cars that it shouldn't be beating. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you later.